guys, welcome to the vlog. I have been gone for a very, I should stop counting. I've been gone for a while. Very long time. Now, there's lots happening. I just dropped my earphone. That's the first thing that's happening. And now there's metal in it. So that sucks. We'll deal with that later. Anyway, big thing that's happening is we are getting ready for the Turbo 5.3 to go in. Now, we've been very busy trying to get the garage all finished so we can work in winter. We did that. That took a long time. Now we have a nice 220 plug so we can do welding and stuff like that. A huge thing that I got done is I finally got the new Kirky seat in with the harness. So did some custom brackets for that and it turned out pretty good. So yeah, that's all finished. I have the new gate plate for the shifter, so because we're going to be going to reverse valve body. That is finished. Now, a massive project we're working on right now is I have started to reinforce the chassis a little bit so that we don't all of a sudden have any issues with that. But a big thing that we realized is that my strut towers are pretty much shot. They're very rusted. So I did something that I haven't seen anybody do yet so far online. I've looked everywhere. I've looked on forums and everything, and I have yet to see this yet. Maybe there's people that have done it before, but I went and got myself a plate CNC. I got two of these plates cut out for myself. It's a 1/4 inch thick slab of mild steel. Nothing special, but it's thicker than what the factory metal is on these things, because it's pretty much just sheet metal that's formed. And so I have been working on cutting out this one side. The one side is just about finished, and then I get to work on the other side. So that is just about done. So once I'm finished with this, I get to finally reinstall my front end, and then it's off to Competitor's Edge, to Jamie Fair. And if you have not checked out his channel yet, it's Competitor's Edge on YouTube. I'll put a link in the bio so you can see it. But he's the one that's been building the new motor for Cherry Bomb. So it's gonna be pretty cool. So yeah, but I'm gonna keep on working away at this. Hopefully this all goes good with getting this all cut out and then tacking in and welding in the new plates. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated. So a little bit of an update. Yeah, so we cut this one side out. I have the new plate tacked in here already. The other side is already cut out, so that's already cut out and almost ready to go. We have a little more prep work to do with it before I tack in the other plate, but that's pretty much ready to go. And then I have gotten everything mocked up here to make sure that the suspension and everything is all fitting properly the way that it needs to. So we have the spindle there, we have the coil over there, and then we have the cast camera plate there. And that's all fitting the way that it's supposed to. So that is good news. And that is the first time that we've ever seen it all come together where stuff was actually fitting the way it's supposed to. So this is very exciting. We haven't been this far ever when it came to this project. So yeah, I'm going to continue to get the other side ready to go, to have the plates tacked in. And then after we're done tacking the other side in, I'll work on disassembling the side, and then I'll get it fully welded in. We'll do that to both sides, get them fully welded in, and then once it's fully welded in, then I'm going to paint it with some chassis paint, and then we're going to let that sit overnight, and then tomorrow we are going to officially start to reassemble the front end. So yeah, we're gonna get to it here. All right, so far I have gotten that plate fully welded in, so that's finished. I do need to do a little bit more on it. Just on the bottom side, I need to do make a couple tweaks, but the top plate is fully welded in. So that should be a-okay and strong as ever. So that's good. That's exciting. Next, what I need to do is I need to now disassemble what I've put together on this side. And then when I'm done doing that, then I can finish welding on this side. And then when this side is finished, then whatever little tweaks I need to make to kind of add a little more reinforcement I can do. But it's pretty much, from what I think, done. So yeah, and then essentially I'm hoping I can still paint tonight. That's kind of the hopes. So yeah, let's see what happens. All right, so I have this side now disassembled again so that I know everything all fits properly. Like I said, the far side is already welded in, other than the minor things we're going to adjust yet and maybe add some reinforcements. But now I'm going to get started on welding in this side completely. So I'm going to start doing that right now. Now, by no means am I a professional welder at all. But I would like to think that I can make things at least stick. So yeah, so anybody that's judging my welding, you are probably right. You're probably better than me. But hey, we gotta learn somehow, right? But anyway, I'm gonna get to welding. So again, I'm no professional welder, but the biggest thing I try to do whenever I'm trying to do spots like this, now for some of it, it's a little more comfortable to get inside of the engine bay, which is why it's so cool right now that I don't have the engine, that I am able to kind of properly do this. But what I'm trying to do is not hit the same section with so much heat at the same time. I'm trying to do beads so that I kind of disperse that heat as much as possible. Now, there's a lot of heat that's coming off this piece of metal right now. So I'm probably just gonna let it sit for a bit. I got some good penetration from what I can tell on this piece of metal right now. So we're gonna let it sit for a bit and then I'll continue on finishing up these welds. But I mean, so far from what I'm seeing, it's looking like it's turning out pretty good. Again, I'm no professional welder, but yeah. All right, so we are officially to the point where I have decided that I was going to add a little bit more strength. Now, the sidewalls that I picked where I'm putting the tubing, on the other side, it's kind of strong. It's where you would cut off the front and then you'd weld your whole tube chassis if you're going to be going that route. Now, it's probably not the best spot to put it, but I just wanted something to kind of give a little bit extra on the one side. So that's why I added a little bit of something there. It's probably not going to add very much, but it'll help a little bit. So now for the bottom side of the seam, I was going to try and hit that bottom side of the seam yet, and try and get some welding on there. I gave it a couple tries. I wasn't able to get it properly on there. It just, I don't know. I think maybe it's because of the fact that we were kind of fighting with the two different seams and then trying to weld it onto the thicker plate, but it just wasn't working out for me. But I don't think we're going to have an issue with strength as far as that goes. I think we should be okay. I already have the weld along the seam itself on the outside, and then we have the thick weld that I put around the top plate welded onto the top itself. So between that and having the extra tubes we added onto there, I think we're gonna have the strength that we need to make this a solid car and make it safe that we can run our coilovers and not worry about anything happening. So I'm going to let the one side cool down a little bit. I'm going to blow it off with my air compressor here, and then I'm going to hit it with some chassis paint here right away, so that we're not going to get any rust on there. And then after that, I think we should be ready to start assembling. So I'm going to cut this video off here with me just doing this chassis work. So this will be my how to fix rust on your strut towers on a 3rd gen Camaro. I'm no professional fabricator by any means, but this is just how I went about getting this figured out and adding some strength so that I could run coilovers and not worry about it all of a sudden blowing through my top caps. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you learned something. And if you learned something that you could at least take from my video and modify it so it'll be better, that even makes me happy. And hey, if I did it the wrong way and we screwed up, we're learning. That's how it goes. But hopefully we didn't screw up. But anyway, thanks for watching the video. Like always, live to race. Peace.